Welcome back to a brand new episode and a brand new season of Millennial Movie Club podcast. We were gone for a minute. Now we're back. I'm Jazz, and I once wore Katy Perry's pinky ring during an acoustic set.
Her actual pinky ring?
Yeah, she asked me if I would wear it for her so that she could play.
Wow.
And I guess the pinky ring was a little too kooky.
It's too much.
Too much.
Here, girl, in the front row, take this.
She's like, hold on. I can wear my whipped cream can boobies, but I cannot wear this pinky ring to play the guitar.
Hi, my name is Jackson McClaskey, and I am the new co-host of this podcast.
That is a fun fact,
That is a fun fact about me. Welcome me.
Welcome, Jackson, to the show.
I was a guest once.
That's right.
On
Our
the
Jumanji episode.
Yeah.
Probably one of our most chaotic episodes ever. And
was that because of me?
Because you and I get absolutely chaotic together every time we hang out, which to me is
just
perfection.
Two kooky, crazy people.
Kooky, crazy.
She's so crazy. We love her.
Brand new season, brand new co-host, and also brand new medium. If you saw what my living room looked like right now, you would get very anxious. We're going full video. So if you're listening to this today, know that you have the option to head over to YouTube and watch the full videos. You could see what we're eating.
You can see how weirdly I'm sitting.
You can see how much lip balm Jackson is wearing.
Oh, a ton. I have big lips, though.
You can see that I'm barefoot, which is...
Ooh.
That's a roll of the dice. That gets a little bit tricky, but you know what? She's willing to go for it.
I think a bunch of people just went to the YouTube.
Should have locked it behind a Patreon. Oh, well. We're so stoked to be back weekly. For all of you people that have been begging for the show to come back. No, seriously, your support since our hiatus has meant the world. So let's just dive right in. Piper, no. We're in a
very White Lotus.
It's very White Lotus energy in here today. More chaos.
Because I'm on Labarzadam.
One more time.
Lizardadam.
Once more.
Lizargagabadam.
There you go.
Speaking of losing money.
Fashion, am I right?
Fast fashion.
Or slow. Very expensive.
Meticulous.
Oh, curated to a T type of fashion. Which brings us to the film we are talking about today. The Devil Wears Prada. And the devil definitely does wear Prada.
She does. I met her. It's a she.
Of course it is.
Yeah, women can do anything.
Women can do anything.
Including be the devil.
We're the worst.
No.
Historically. This is why we pay extra for our shaving razors.
It's an evil tax.
Little payback for shoving pineapples up your butthole in hell. Anyway, shall we set the scene?
Let's do it.
Andy is a recent college graduate with big dreams. Upon landing a job at prestigious Runway magazine, she finds herself the assistant to diabolical editor Miranda Priestley. Andy questions her ability to survive her grim tour as Miranda's whipping girl without getting scorched. That almost, the way they wrote that, kind of sounds like a fantasy fic version of the movie that's very sexual.
Yeah.
Like 50 Shades of Cerulean.
To bobbed haircut, gray, badass.
Power top.
Miranda Priestley.
Yeah. But do you think Miranda Priestley is the one who wants to do the whipping? Or in this fanfic we're creating, is she a boss in the office so that she can be dommed in the bedroom?
Yeah. Yeah. She's the boss in the boardroom, and in the bedroom she's like,
I'm wearing a Prada diaper, mommy.
She goes, and you don't know about Runway or me.
I need a spanking on my little baby bottom. No, that wasn't a question.
Oi.
Anywho, speaking of the queen herself, getting into the cast and crew, Miranda Priestley is played by Goddess on Earth, Meryl Streep. She has been described as the best actress of her generation. We know her from Mamma Mia, Death Becomes Her, Sophie's Choice, in that order of importance.
Yeah, like two really fun movies, and you're like, Sophie's Choice.
I wanted to make
Kramer
sure people knew she
Kramer.
could really act and not just sing ABBA on a cliff. She won her first Academy Award for Kramer versus Kramer and famously accidentally left the award in the bathroom.
She said, I don't care about this.
She said, I'm going to be the best actress in my generation. I already know I don't have space for this in my home.
She said, whatever they served us at the luncheon yesterday is not sitting well with me. I need to go to the bathroom.
Clams for an Oscar?
Clams on a Saturday? Okay. Sunday, she was on that Oscars toilet.
It was early in her career, so she was still clearly just trying to play the game.
Yeah.
She did not want to upset anyone.
She was there at the luncheon eating whatever was there. The crudité that went by, she was I don't mind if I do.
It's kind of like it's like the, like what fraternities do. What is it called?
Hazing.
Like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, you want to be in the academy now?
So I feel like we're getting back to Meryl getting spanked in some way.
You're right. 50 Shades of Cerulean. Okay. Next up, we have Andy Sachs, played by Anne Hathaway, or as we've known her in the past, Princess of Genovia.
Mia Thermopolis.
So Greek.
Very Greek.
Just like me. We also know her from Brokeback Mountain, as she also won an Academy Award for her performance in Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, she was 9th choice to play this role. I only know the top choice, and that was Rachel McAdams.
And she said no.
She said no.
She was like, I'm not doing that.
She's like, I'm trying to be the best actress of my generation. If people watch me next to Meryl Streep, like, it's over.
She's like, that's getting me nowhere.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And you know what? She was right.
I wonder what she did instead.
Time Traveler's
wife, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? Better choice.
I was so bored in that
brutal.
movie.
You were so bored?
I was so bored.
Maybe because I read the book.
Time Traveler's Wife? I time traveled. I woke up at the end.
Naked for some reason. My clothes are gone.
I was naked in the meadow. I was like, hello?
Hello? How did I get here?
Hello?
She's very open about the fact that she was 9th choice for this. She says that this should be inspiration for people to never give up. She's like, listen, blow who you need to blow. Keep calling.
Keep calling. If you're in line to vote, stay in line.
Poison 1 through 8.
Okay. Serve oysters to 1 through 8.
Serve those Oscars clams.
Okay.
And no one's coming to callbacks. Just me?
Hello? I guess I'm the first one here.
Princess? Stanley Tucci playing Nigel.
Is he the last name? I don't think. Yeah.
There's no last name.
Wow.
None of them have last names.
Character's so underdeveloped. They were like, it's Nigel, parentheses, gay.
But I mean, the man has a body of work.
And a body.
And a body, yaddy, yaddy, full of pasta. He was nominated for a Grammy Award for narrating the audiobook called The One and Only Shrek. His lowest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes is called Space Chimps 2, Zartog Strikes Back.
Love that movie.
Loved it.
I loved it.
Let us know online or let us know in the comments if you would like us to review
Space Chimps
1 and 2, Zartog Strikes Back.
Zartog, sorry. Aren't you? Should
You're
you be searching for Italy?
Keep searching.
Keep searching. If you're in line to look for Italy, keep looking.
Keep looking, my guy. He's probably busy having family dinners with his co-star Emily Blunt, playing aptly Emily. This film is sort of her major American debut. Over here in the States, we know her from Into the Woods, the Mary Poppins reboot, A Quiet Place. She's married to my biggest celebrity crush.
Shrek?
Yep.
Yeah, she is. She said, "Give me swamp."
She can nail the accent perfectly. That would be John Krasinski.
From The Office.
From The Office, yeah.
Or from that show that he did on everyone's phones during the pandemic.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or writer and director of A Quiet Place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stanley Tucci married Emily Blunt's sister, so now they're all just a big, happy family.
I love that.
Searching for Italy together.
They're all searching for Italy.
I'm surprised between the four of them, no one can figure it out.
No one's found Italy yet.
Shall we get into some reviews?
Yeah, do it.
Let's do it. Let's rip this shit to shreds. Okay. No, not really. I mean, it was at the time it was mixed. I feel like it's turned into a bit more of a cult classic.
People love it.
Not even a cult classic, just a classic.
No, people love it, yeah.
Claudia Puig from USA Today wrote, "The comic appeal of The Devil Wears Prada is the cinematic equivalent of a size 2, wafer thin and ultimately lacking in meat and substance." It's crazy to me that a woman wrote that and put it out into the world.
She said, "I don't like seeing myself on screen."
You ain't got no meat in your every time she sees a size 2 girl. I've been a size 2. I have substance.
You know what's crazy? Men don't have sizes like that. Like, there's no equivalent to that, right? Well, I guess penis size. But, like, as far as anything else, there's no, when women would talk about, like, my mom talked about sizing.
Size 6, size, yeah.
Men, I'd be like, my waist is a, 32.
And people have no idea what that means. Especially in this movie, they're like, if you're a size 4, you're basically a size 13.
Yeah.
Like,
they're like, if you're a size 4, kill yourself.
This movie triggered so many women with eating disorders. There were women in that theater being like...
They're like, wait, she's the fat one? Oh,
fuck.
Okay, looking down at their giant popcorn bucket that they, took maybe 4 pieces of self-consciously.
Yeah, I have to go.
I have to go.
It's so triggering. And it's like, it's the whole world of the movie. It's not even just like there's the one character that is like mean about weight.
Yeah, it's not like there's one mean girl.
And we're like, hey, it's like Hilary Duff.
Do you know what you say when you say that's gay?
Yeah, exactly.
She ended homophobia.
Right there and then there.
But now it's back in a big way.
Now it's back. Hillary, we need you now more than ever.
Hillary.
More than we literally ever needed you. Hillary,
come back.
where are you?
Stop selling clothes at Kohl's. I'm having a stroke.
Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian writes, when Streep is absent from the screen, the interest factor plummets. Stanley Tucci plays the obligatory bald gay male confidant figure. He does his best.
Obligatory bald gay confidant figure. What other films have the gay best friend, which is a trope?
Gay best friend is a trope.
But bald gay best friend? Oh, I don't see a lot of them.
I feel like it's only Stanley Tucci in other movies.
And they're like, oh, here he goes again, obligatory bald gay guy.
Like in Julie and Julia, obviously he's playing her husband, but I think we all kind of know
that he was gay.
He's gay.
Yeah, it's a lavender marriage.
That's why she had that.
She was like, she put all the shit out for the chicken, and she was like, lavender, like my marriage. Because my husband's gay. It's 1950.
Like, well, a turkey should be stuffed this evening, and it won't be me.
My husband's always at the library in the photography section.
He's a diplomat. Sorry. An Amazon review that I found that was particularly unhinged. It's titled, Fun to Watch Hathaway as a Skinny. It reads, fun to watch Hathaway as a skinny, now that she's finally gained some weight and a mastery in acting. I don't know. I thought she was pretty skinny in Princess Diaries. Another movie where they were like, you're not good enough as you are.
They're like, your hair is curly, so you're ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's a flat iron. Change your life.
Okay.
And here they were just like, we need to do something different. Bangs.
Give her some 2006 bangs. Mm-hmm. Everyone on America's Next Top Model that season, remember when they gave them all little bangs? A bob and a bang?
I had swoopy bangs in 2006.
I did too. I had that when I had hair. I'm bald.
Sure. For anybody not watching at home.
Well, also I'm wearing a hat right now. There's a question. You're like, what's under there? Is it hair?
That's how
Is
I
it
think
bald?
every time I see a man with a hat, I go, what's under there?
All that to say, when I had hair, was that like remember Harry Potter or Goblet of Fire hair? Every guy had that. And
correct.
You do this all the time?
I feel like there's a whole generation of men with rampant neck problems
because they were constantly flicking. And did I skate
just now?
Did I skateboard? Would you catch me dead at Izumi's in the mall? No, I didn't wear any of those clothes.
Was I skateboarding? No, I was just at the skate park. At the
skate park.
Was I at the skate park skating? No, but I was at the skate park watching cute boys skate. Let's fucking get into it, yeah.
Thank you, Doja Cat. What's the plot of this movie?
Well, that was your job to look up, so don't ask me, bitch.
No one wants to work anymore. One of my favorite things about this movie is from the jump, we're getting KT Tunstall. 1,000
bajillion million
Okay,
percent.
we're getting dun, 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 dun. Her face is a map of the world, it's a map of the world. She has wrinkles. And then we get this intro montage to this song that's like setting us up right away from the jump that Andy, she's not like the other girls.
No way.
The other girls are counting all their almonds.
Typical New York baddie model girls, professionals.
On, like, going to work on a Monday and putting on lingerie.
Women that look like that don't have office jobs anymore.
No.
They're at home creating content.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are not in the office.
They're at home telling a man that he's a dumb cuck and saying, worship at my Cash App.
There we go.
And it's working.
Now all we have in the office are Andys.
That's correct.
Or if people are in the office at all.
This is what I want to be.
But Andy's like, The other girls are putting on lingerie. They're like, putting on these expensive earrings. Andy, she hasn't even combed her hair.
In days.
In days, okay? That brush is gone.
Yeah.
Gone, girl.
Yeah.
She is putting on Hanes little cotton panties, and you're like, oh my God, this girl is disgusting.
Tuesday panties on a Thursday, girl.
That's what we're like led to believe by this.
Get
intro.
up.
Like, oh my God, look at her. And she's eating a bagel.
Foul.
Foul. A bagel.
Real New Yorkers don't eat bagels. That's just for tourists.
Where's your favorite bagel from?
Brooklyn Bagel.
Okay.
What about you?
My fridge.
Pardon?
My fridge.
Is that a place?
No, the fridge in my apartment.
Just churns out bagels?
It just turns out bagels. Kettle boiled bagels. No, you go to the store, you put the bagel in the fridge.
Oh, you just get like Thomas bagels from the grocery store?
I like make it myself.
Okay, you're disgusting about whatever.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm disgusting. I'm just
no,
like
I felt
Andy.
like you set me up. You set me up to make a bougie choice. And then you were like,
I was like, some of us just like do it ourselves.
What are the wives called now on social media that like make their children cereal out of tree bark?
I don't know.
Fuck. It's a whole trend right now.
Trad wife.
Trad wife.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which is why like we're slowly slipping back into conservatism.
Yeah.
Because
it's all part of the plot.
Yeah.
The major plot. Yeah.
And speaking of plot,
let's keep going.
Andy walks into Elias Clark, which is the head publisher of Runway magazine, also apparently Auto Pep Boys magazine that she doesn't want to work at, which is like
we only do two things.
That's it. And we also do Choir Boys Weekly,
fashion and car parts
and
no
something dirty on the side. She walks into Elias Clark and she's like, look, I need a job. And we meet Emily, who walks up and is blunt from the job.
Oh, blunt as blunt.
Human resources sure has a sense of humor. I would have turned around. Mm-hmm. Like, Andy is down bad for money because I would have been like, okay, thank you. Right back on the elevator. Thank you. This lady's
tried the Waffle House.
Mean as fuck. Bye. Like, and also nowadays we're such into like but like positivity culture and everything else that I feel like people are a little more emboldened that they wouldn't just sit through that. They'd be like, you know what? I'm better than this.
I like the way I look.
Yeah.
No one can change my mind.
Roll credits.
Yeah, end of movie.
That's it.
We learned what we needed to learn.
And we meet Emily. Emily pulls her in and is like, okay, I'm going to become the new head assistant. You're interviewing for the second assistant.
A million girls would kill for this job, as she's told throughout the film.
And as they have, that famous war for Miranda Priestley assistant job.
Fun fact, this book was written... this movie was originally a book, I should say, written by Lauren Weisberger, who did a stint as an assistant to the legendary Vogue editor, Anna Wintour. It's based on a true story, which I don't think people hype enough. Nobody from the movie was getting much help from Vogue.
Yeah.
They did not want them up in their business. They were not lending them fashion. They were not lending them shit. So, because I think Anna Wintour probably did not want anybody up in her shit.
Yeah, well, also it's like, unless they read the script, and there is a redeeming quality to Miranda by the end, but unless you read the script, you're like, this is going to paint me pretty badly.
She's like, I know myself.
The title is The Devil Wears Prada. Do you think they're painting me in a good light?
Nar.
Sign me up.
But clearly they nailed it anyway, because the popper,
I'm so sorry. It's the kombucha. I'm going to explode.
You shook your kombucha. I keep telling you.
She says that because a few weeks ago when we were pre-planning some of this, I came over and I was like, I shook the kombucha and it exploded all over me on the street.
Well, now it's exploding inside you. I just turned myself on.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, speaking of exploding inside me. No. The layout, the way they designed Miranda Priestley's office in the movie was clearly so dead on to Anna Wintour's actual office that it is said that immediately after this movie came out, Anna Wintour had her entire office redecorated.
It's like that Euphoria part where she's like, wait, is this fucking play about us?
Literally,
She looks at the thing, she goes, is that my office?
When did you get
my office?
Yeah.
And so they paid some custodian like $20.
Do you think that's her voice?
That's her voice?
When you guys get in my office? Hey.
Is that my office?
I'm in a Wintour.
She like takes her wig off and her little sunglasses. She's like, hey.
Hey.
She's this little worm. Hey.
Yeah.
Who let you in there?
That's what they were really worried about, people finding out.
Yeah.
She's actually a worm.
She's an alligator person.
But would we love her if she was a worm? Yeah, we still would.
Oh, that's so nice. It's like the relationship. Like, would you love me if I was a worm?
Yeah. Thank you for naming the game.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Yes.
I am a worm.
It would be way more fun, actually, because then I could just carry you around in my little pocket.
All the time.
You just say funny things to me.
Yeah.
I would become British, and everybody would get what they want. Anyway, continuing on.
We get this introduction to Miranda as it's just her feet. And this is done so beautifully to music by Theodore Shapiro, who also did the score for 13 Going on 30.
Oh, that makes sense to me.
But the music in this is so... Sometimes I'll listen to just the original soundtrack because that like... Doon, 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 doon,
Yeah.
doon, doon, doon,
Yeah.
it like motivates me. And I'm
It's
like...
very New York.
Yeah, it's so New York.
Yeah.
But that's the introduction to her. It's just like these feet. It's everyone fucking scrambling to get out of her way, right? And then when the elevator doors open, she just takes the sunglasses off and it's Miranda
Meryl
Priestley.
freaking
And it's
Streep.
Meryl, right?
I feel like that's probably how people respond to Meryl Streep in real life.
I bet she's lovely.
I mean, I think she's so nice, but I think she's just so prolific
Yeah.
that people are like, "Oop,
Oh,
sorry,
Oop. Oh, I farted. Sorry. Don't breathe that. Sorry, Meryl.
I'm gonna kill myself."
It's okay. So she calls Andy in, right? And she's like, just reads her down to the ground. She's like, you have no fashion sense. She's like, well, I really think that. And she goes, no. Wasn't a question.
That's probably my favorite line in the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the way she chose to say it. That
Yeah.
delivery.
She was like, and she's like kind of like tugging on her ear a bit. She goes, no. It wasn't a question.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But Andy's talking about some dumb shit she wrote, where she's the custodian union and all this. And Miranda's like, she's like, Mama, do you know what we do here? We waste millions of dollars, okay,
Right.
throwing away photo shoots.
Again, we create millions upon millions of eating disorders here.
Okay?
We churn them out.
We don't care about custodian union.
Big pharma and therapists love us.
Love us.
Andy does do the thing where she's like, you know what? I'm smart.
She's like, yeah, I'm not like the other girls.
I'm a woman of substance, but
She's like, I'm fat. She doesn't say that, but she's like, yeah, so what? I had a bagel this morning and my breath reeks.
yeah, did someone eat an onion bagel?
Miranda was like, the entire time Andy's talking.
Someone ate an onion bagel. No. Wasn't a question.
That was a fact.
Speaking of her being quote unquote fat,
Yeah.
she never looks fat in this film.
Ever. Even
Also,
when she
yeah.
has like the glow up, they just
Right.
dress her differently.
But like, here's the thing. They were initially putting her in like frumpy sweaters and stuff. They actually made her gain and lose like 20 pounds for this film, which is, I think, overkill considering what they could have literally just done with a sweater.
Yeah, with wardrobe. Because good for her, but I can't tell.
No, I can't tell
There's
either.
not a point where I'm like, oh, now she's thinner. I'm like,
No.
she's beautiful.
She's just in a tighter dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that was a bit overkill.
Yeah, I would have been like, are we sure about this? This is reading? And they're like, yeah, no, we can tell. So because of her little outburst where she's like, you're right. I'm not like all of them. She gets hired. Andy gets hired. And it's like, she's bad at this job from the jump. Okay?
Oh.
God bless her.
Yeah, really bad.
She doesn't know. She went to Northwestern. She doesn't know how to spell Gabbana. She said, okay, and how do you spell Gabbana?
Click.
Click.
Bye. Hey, Alexa, how do you spell Gabbana?
Gabbana is spelled Gabbana.
Gabbana.
This shit
It's
is
Gabbana.
Gabbana.
Gabbana. If she just would have thought of Gwen Stefani, she would have been killed, right?
That's exactly right.
But she's bad at this job from the jump.
Yeah, I'm like, way to be like, I'm different because I'm smart, and then be a complete idiot.
And be an idiot. And she's like, I'm different because I'm fat. She's a DEI hire.
Correct.
Yeah. Nowadays.
No more of those.
No more of those.
Never gonna happen.
Not anymore.
Tall, skinny white girls, forget it.
Forget.
You're done here.
You're
Smart women in the workplace, get out of here.
finished. People who are qualified, done.
Bye.
Bye. We don't need you. She shows up to work, though, in a frumpy little sweater, which, okay, try. And we get to that later when Stanley Tucci's like, you're not trying, right? But she literally does not try.
No. Or to even like learn anything about the world she's now in, or to respect it.
No.
Which like they have an emergency fitting situation where they're like holding up two different belts. And she like laughs under her breath.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry, I'm new here, so
She's
I don't
so
really
above it.
see the difference.
She's like, I'm just learning all this stuff. And Meryl's like, this, speaking of stroke, stuff? Oh, I see. And right, she goes into this monologue that everybody knows. Bowen Yang does so beautifully in a lip sync on Instagram. It's like epic. And honestly, she deserves it.
She's right.
Yeah.
She's 100% right.
She's
You're
right.
like, you think this has nothing to do with you.
Right. Because I think so many, like, I thought for a long time that I'm like, I'm better than people
Yeah.
who take themselves too seriously about how they look, right? It's like, no, I'm not.
It's like, you think you are not influenced?
Oh,
You're absolutely influenced by everything that happens here.
yeah.
She gives her the whole cerulean sweater
Uh-huh.
chit-chat.
Flames her like her boyfriend flames burgers at night. What a loser. After getting shit on at work that first day, Andy tells her boyfriend, she's like, I'm not going to let Miranda get to me. You know, I'm going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to really try. And we get this montage of her trying. She's carrying surfboards around, right? She's walking the big-ass dog. She's checking the brakes on the car, which, I don't know. If I was Miranda, I'd be like, I'm not giving my car to this idiot.
Fresh out of grad school.
Dummy,
Yeah,
you know?
no.
So Andy and her dad comes into town, right? And her dad tries to slip her money, and she's like, oh, how did you know? It's like,
Look at you.
Look at you, you're a mess.
Brush your hair.
Brush your hair. You can't afford rent. You can barely afford to brush your teeth.
Your boyfriend, your live-in boyfriend's not paying rent, clearly.
No, he's paying $7 for Jarlsberg for your grilled cheese.
He's getting paid in burger meat.
Okay, it's huge.
They're like, we're going to go to Chicago, the musical.
And do you know who was in it at the time of the movie?
No.
Because the camera pans down, and I was hoping it was like Wendy Williams or something, right? Because Chicago does is they always the Mama Morton.
For those who don't know, Chicago on Broadway does this thing where like every 2 months they turn over like what random kind of has been there, done that celebrity into the role of Roxy Hart or Mama Morton.
Yeah, drag them. And in the movie, it does pan down. It's Brooke Shields. I don't know who she was playing.
Probably
maybe the usher. Featuring Brooke Shields walking you to your seat.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't know where
I've
any
never
of these
done
are.
this.
Oh my God.
Actually, I can't read.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, my flashlight. I lost my flashlight.
Hold on. Brooke Shields, everyone.
Anyway, on to the show.
On to the show. So they go to see Chicago, but unfortunately that means that Andy did not fly Miranda out of Miami
During a hurricane.
In the middle of a hurricane. And so at this point, Miranda calls her in and she's like, look, I took a chance on you. Speaking of ABBA, take a chance on me. And she said, I said, hire the smart, fat girl. I think that's the only time they really say fat.
Yeah.
But Andy's like, oh, God. She goes to Nigel and she's like, I can't do anything, right? Like, even when I try. And I'm just like, you're not trying.
You're actually not trying.
Yeah, like, be for real. And then they grab some fishing line Vaseline and some other stuff, and they're like, we're going to get you into some of these.
You know what bad girls get as a punishment for doing bad at their jobs?
Sample sizes.
Fucking a tour through the Vogue closet and a full-ass makeover.
Yeah. And then we get this incredible use of Madonna's Vogue that it's like, light post, new outfit. Car goes by, new outfit.
Strike a pose.
Beautiful.
Amazing outfits. Beautiful. We love to see a glow up. I don't know how they got her to lose weight.
So quickly. They said, and we're going to try out this. In this drawer, also, we have a new thing called Ozempic.
They said no Jarlsberg at midnight anymore.
No. In 15 years, it's going to be huge. Now, just try it.
Yeah. Speaking of these incredible clothes, you would think that like designers would be hopping on this movie to get their stuff featured, but I think everyone was really scared to get on Anna Wintour's bad side. Eventually, despite a few designer loans, Patricia Field spent more than $1 million on costuming, making it the most expensively costumed film in history.
That's crazy.
That is crazy when you think about it.
Yeah. So Annie drinks the Kool-Aid. She's showing up in the outfits, and then her friends are like taking the free shit that she's getting, but also like
Shitting on her.
yeah. And you know, there's that discourse that everybody has. It's like her friends and her boyfriend are the real villains. It's like, no, if a friend of mine that I've known for 10 years like starts working at, I don't know, GameStop, and all they talk about is like Final Fantasy now, I'd be like, what happened to you?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, you know.
But also, it depends. Like, do I think Andy was being a huge dick to her friends? No. She was literally giving them free, really expensive shit.
Yeah.
She had to take a lot of calls. Now, she seems really stressed out all the time.
Yeah. Oh, she's got diarrhea.
Oh, that's how she lost all the weight.
Stress diarrhea.
She literally shat herself to skinny, which works, by the way. I can attest.
Oh, never done it.
Liar.
Never done it. All my BMs are top notch.
There's no way that's
As
true
shaped.
about you.
That's rude.
But they're like, but if I saw my friend being like miserable and stressed out, I would be like, hey, are you sure you want to keep doing this?
You're breaking out.
I wouldn't be like, you're different now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Barring.
Yeah, I'm different. Sorry.
Okay, people change.
I changed.
Andy has to go to James Holt's party to get something, right? And that's where she meets this guy, Christian Thompson. I had to look at the notes because I'm like, I don't know this guy's name. He has those eyebrows that blend into his skin. It's creepy.
Correct. Flesh-colored eyebrows.
What's that guy's name? Spencer Pratt.
Oh,
Spencer
yeah.
Pratt vibes.
Yeah.
But she knows him. She's like, oh my God, I've read all your stuff, like real nerdy shit. And he's like, wow. And he's a little predatory. He's like, oh, like working for Miranda Priestly, you need a drink.
Older man that sees younger, cute girl who looks up to him.
He's like,
tale as old as time. He's going to try to help her, but says he's going to try to help her get in with like real journalism.
yeah. Now that Andy's trusted, though, she can deliver the book to Miranda's house.
Yes.
And the first time she does it, she bungles that shit up bad.
The book is the book of like the whole season of
Everything's
the
gonna go
magazine.
in the magazine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big job.
Big job. And finally, when she gets the chance to do it, she shits the bed hard.
She shits the bed so hard. Well, to be fair,
The directions were confusing.
The directions were confusing, and Miranda's twin girls.
The Shining girls are there, and they're like, you can bring it up
Come
here.
with us.
Come
Follow
with
us.
And she does. She goes upstairs, and Mr. and Mrs. Priestley are fighting.
At it.
The girls are fighting.
Also, the fact that shows me all I need to see, that we're calling him Mr. Priestley.
Yeah. He's got no penis.
Absolutely not. And also,
penis.
I can't imagine she took his last name and his last name is Priestley, because she's already had her kids she says have had like 4 father figures already.
Yeah,
so
yeah. His name is like Chris
Jenkins.
So Miranda looks down and sees Andy crawling up the stairs like a little rat monster, and she's like,
You're dead to me.
Next day calls her in the office, and she's like, well, since you can do anything, I need the Harry Potter book. And she's like, okay, great. I'll go to Barnes & Noble. She's like, did you fall down and bunk your little head? She's like, we already have all the other Harry Potter books. This movie would be a little more timeless if we didn't have such like specific pop culture references like Harry Potter.
That's true.
Nowadays, if I was 18 watching this movie, and I'm only 19, I'd be like, what's so special about getting a Harry Potter book, right? Like, if you weren't there, you don't understand.
That was,
yeah.
I mean, it was scary enough, like getting them as they were actually coming out, getting them at midnight, reading them before people spoiled it for you. Like, that was a huge fucking deal.
So for her to get an unpublished Harry Potter book
Manuscript.
is impossible.
Yes.
But luckily,
we have
flesh-colored eyebrow man, who she met at the party, is like, I'm a genius. I know so-and-so, and she does the cover art, saving her job, right?
Yes. This is sort of where we start seeing that Andy is kind of, like, Emily is kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
She's sick all the time. Like, she's
got
sick.
COVID-14.
There's stuff going on.
She's sniffling.
Andy's really proving herself. She's getting shit done, and we can tell that, like, the tides are turning. She's becoming the more favored assistant.
It all accumulates when they're at the Blett Gala, because it's not the Met Gala, but it's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever that is.
And Andy recognizes someone before Emily does, and saves
help
kind of
her
the
with
day,
the name,
right?
remembering the name.
And then, like the day later or whatever, and because of that, she does miss Nate's
birthday party.
Yeah,
her boyfriend's birthday.
Adrian Grenier Fructi's boyfriend. Yeah.
Correct.
So
you're just not the same person I thought you were.
Yeah, Miranda calls her into the house when she delivers the book, and she's like, I need the best team to go to Paris. And she's like, that no longer includes Emily.
And Emily from the jump has been talking about going on this Paris Fashion Week trip.
It's her desktop background.
Yeah She's obsessed.
Yeah.
So not only now is she not going, but she makes Andy be the one to tell her.
Yeah. And so she does tell her over the phone, and what happens? This lady gets hit by a car.
This lady literally gets hit by a car. Scarves yeeted everywhere.
Emily Blunt, Emily smooshed. Okay, she gets hit by a car. And that night, she's at her friend's photography studio, and she sees Christian Thoms. He kisses her on the cheek. It's very innocent, but
it's
Tracy Thoms is like, oh my God, whore.
You absolute whore. I mean, it wasn't. It was it was a kiss on the cheek,
But there was
which I
chemistry
think.
there.
But there, you
Yeah.
could feel the electricity.
Yeah,
It wasn't about the action. It was about
You're right.
the vibes around it.
She could tell her hoo-ha was tingling. She was like,
Without a doubt, she was like,
Andy,
"Yeah,
why does it smell like that in here?
Andy, can we get somebody to mop up in here
Andy, the girl I know only gets that damn for Nate.
for grilled cheese?"
For Carlsberg. So then outside of the studio or the place, Nate's like, I don't know you anymore. And the phone call you're always answering, that's the real relationship you're in. So corny. I would have been like, bro, I got the ick. I'm out. The second he says that.
So we're going on a break. We're taking some space while she goes to Paris.
Just in time for power.
Just in time
For
for
Paris.
la Parisian romance. We
She's
love
like,
it.
I'm going to Paris and I'm going to eat food made by a rat.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, Ratatouille.
Mine too.
So she goes to Paris. It's beautiful. She's in the front row of the fashion shows. And of course.
Or she's being courted so hard.
Yeah.
Which, like, watching it now, I was like, fuck yeah, girl. You're leveling up.
Get yours.
We don't all have to keep dating the same guy we were with out of college. Like, actually, nobody should. Sorry if anybody is.
People are looking at their husbands like.
Ooh. I mean, yes, initially we're like, oh, classic kind of predatory vibes. But, like, not for nothing. He's very successful. He's been offering to help her.
Mm-hmm.
He has been flirty with her, but not in such a way that has been like trying to get her to cheat on her boyfriend.
Yeah. He's
I mean-
Nordic, looking.
Oh yeah, his
Yeah.
children would be strong,
Blonde.
healthy children for sure.
No eyebrows.
None whatsoever. But we could look past
Anything.
that with that jawline. And so I'm just like, even if he's not the one,
Yeah.
fucking date this cool rich guy who, again, has been like fawning over you, taking you out to nice dinners, will help you with your career, and just like have fun. Who gives a shit?
Feminism.
Fucking feminism.
Okay. So she does that and she does have sex with him.
She does have sex
Shame.
with him.
And this is a point about the movie that I actually talked about once on the TikTok app.
Oh.
But I will never understand. We get this shot that goes from her feet to her head when she's laying in bed.
Yes.
And we see her feet. On her toe is a toe ring. So either Andy, the character, had a toe ring pre-glow up, pre-Nigel helping her out, or Nigel gave her a toe ring when they're in that closet. And he
To
was
wear under her, like,
stiletto heels. We're like, you know what? You
What?
need this.
it's part of the expensive lingerie
Yeah.
package that we got you.
He goes, every model here is wearing a toe ring.
It's something you don't see, but you feel.
And it reminds them not to eat.
That's right. That it's more of like a
It's
when you
uncom- when you put a rock in
tie
your shoe.
or you tie a ribbon around your finger, not to forget something. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, what was I forgetting? Oh, right, starve.
Oh, right. I need to starve myself.
Right.
So while she's leaving that hotel room, though, she sees this thing fall out of his bag, and it's a mock-up of what runway will look like when Miranda is replaced by the head of the current French runway,
Jacqueline
Follet.
Follet, yeah, who Miranda hates.
Miranda hates. Mind you, at the same time, we've now discovered that Nigel is also going to leave runway because he is going to help take James Holt's brand to a global level.
He got a great opportunity.
job.
He's so excited. So, I mean, of course, Mia Thermopolis goes into full fight or flight mode. She's
Right.
like pissed off at this guy. He's
I'm
like,
not your baby.
I'm not your baby. I'd
Which
be
I
like,
hate button lines.
I would just be
She's
like, yeah, I hate that
I'm
too.
not your baby. I'm like, all right.
I'm like, just be his baby and
Just be
also
his
like
baby.
go to.
Ooh, gaga.
You can play both sides. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
But she's like, I have to tell Miranda.
Yes,
She's
her
like-
loyalty is strong. She's
Right.
like hunting this woman down.
She legit feels badly for Miranda. And a few scenes before this, we see that Miranda's getting divorced. She's
Yes.
the one chance we get to see Miranda like
Very
without-
vulnerable.
yeah. So she's like, goes into protective mode. She tries to tell Miranda, Miranda don't give a shit. She's like, stop banging on my door.
Get away from me.
Get away from me.
Do I smell?
Freesias? And that's when Andy, and something I love about this movie is so many things, important things happen, not in stillness, but in movement.
Yes.
Like the beginning, right? And then this scene too, even when she's telling Miranda, like, oh my God, they're going to replace you. They're moving through this space. And she
Yes.
goes, do I smell freesias? Right? It's like, just
Boom,
drive,
boom, boom.
just go.
Fast fashion, if you will.
I love that. At this big luncheon for James Holt is when Miranda actually reveals in front of everybody that Nigel will not be taking this job with James Holt. It's actually going to be Jacqueline saving Miranda's job. And on the way home, Miranda looks at Andy in the car and she's like, I actually see a lot of myself in you, the way that you like tried to warn me and everything else. And like, she's like, I see me and you, and Andy's like, I could never have done what you did to Nigel.
Yeah.
Right. And we see this like moment where like Andy's starting to think like, how much have I sacrificed to get this far?
Have I actually changed?
Yeah. And Miranda's like, but you already did. You already did it to Emily.
Did it to Emily.
Yeah.
And she's like, we'll have to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And iconically throws that fucking sidekick or whatever she has straight into that fountain.
The Trevi fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Different country. Yeah, she's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
She goes back
Goes back
to
home.
New York.
Gets with Adrian Grenier Fructis and was like, hey, I'm sorry. And he's like, you should be. I'm like, all right.
Get out of here.
Let's-
He's like,
let's meet each other
when I
tomorrow.
was, by the way, when I was giving you a hard time for choosing your job over me, over the 1 week that we were apart taking a break, I took a job in Boston.
I flew to Boston.
Took a job interview.
Yeah.
Without consulting you or telling you.
I flew
When we've been
25 minutes to
living together.
Yeah.
That's crazy behavior.
Yeah. And
They're
she's like,
like-
well, he's like, I think we can make it work. And he's like, I think Boston has Jarlsberg or grilled cheese. Where the fuck he says, stop talking about grilled cheese.
Is this the only thing binding your relationship together?
No, that screenwriter was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I want grilled cheese.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. I need a grilled cheese.
Jarlsberg. Yeah.
And
so
then
I'm
she
like,
goes-
get out of that
She goes to
relationship.
interview at this other legit like reporting place. And
Yeah.
she's like, hey, I know I worked at Runway for a little while. It was like a weird thing. And he's like, well, weird enough that she said that you were the biggest regret she's ever had. But if I don't hire you, I'm an idiot. Right.
She wrote her a beautiful letter of
Beautiful.
recommendation,
Yeah.
of course.
And
And now it's your favorite part of the movie.
favorite part of the film, makes me cry every time. Andy's walking past Elias Clark and she makes eye contact with Miranda. And Miranda doesn't give her the time of day.
Right.
And then when she gets in the car, we get this moment where Miranda smiles. And it's just like this beautiful moment where it's like she sees this woman who is like, hey, I'm going to stick with what I know. And I'm going to stick with who I know, who I
Yeah.
am. And Miranda respects that in the end.
Yes.
Right?
She does.
And that's applicable to everything, you know? And
Yeah.
it's the score, again, it's beautiful.
It is. It's that moment where you're like, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right.
And then she like wanders off into Midtown Manhattan and probably gets hit by a car.
Scarf. Yeeted. Wow, we did it.
We did it. What would you review this movie? Like, what would you give it?
I would give this movie 8 toe rings out of 10.
I love it.
I do think it ages well, and while there are things where you're like, ooh, this is questionable and unhealthy, you can still view it as like, yeah, the fashion industry is unhealthy. Like, it's just a true view. They're not saying like this is how it should be everywhere. So it's a commentary on itself, but this is one of my all-time favorite performances of Meryl Streep. It's so iconic.
Yeah.
So iconic. Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 as well. 8 out of 10 Jarlsbergs.
Good.
Um,
Good.
Again, I think this movie is just done so well that like it's almost like a really good sports movie. I don't care about sports, but
Right.
if it's done well, I'm rooting for it, right?
Yeah.
I know so many people that love this movie and don't care about fashion, don't care about like gay culture or things that are
Or
snappy and all
bald gay confidants.
this. Right. But they are like, I love that movie, right?
Yep.
Because it's done so well.
It's done really well.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is fucking fire.
It's amazing.
Alanis Morissette covers a Seal song on it. Yeah.
Crazy. That's the word I know from
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
crazy. What's crazy is that's a wrap on our first episode of the
Back.
new season. If you like it, leave a review. If you don't, just slide into the DMs and say what we can do better. The public does not need to know that.
Don't tell me that.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Jackson can't handle
I won't look at
criticism.
that.
You can follow us on at Millennial Movie Club on Instagram and TikTok. You can please subscribe to the YouTube. Every like, every subscribe makes such a huge difference for us. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.